Welcome to the Anxiety Doesn't Own Me podcast. My name is Emmanuel Isaacson. I'm an anxiety coach who helps people to overcome and heal their anxiety naturally. On today's episode, what I want to talk about is energy and how important it actually is in our journey in healing our anxiety. Because whenever we have low energy, what's happening is basically we are not able to do things and try different things and try to overcome it because our anxiety is so overwhelming and it's so hard and it's so strong on us that we need to have energy in order to be able to do different things and to be able to overcome this, because right now we just feel overwhelmed and we have so much going on right now. So we're not able to handle so much and we need that energy. But whenever our energy is low, what happens is that we are not able to operate or to be able to do things in the proper way and to put our fullest into it so that we can actually overcome it. And energy in general is very important. Now, the question is that where do we get this energy from? How can we even get this kind of energy? Where can it come from? There are times whenever we will have days where we just don't have any motivation. We just sit there and we're exhausted. We're so tired and we just don't have the power to do anything. And we're literally needing to carry ourselves in order for us to do things. Instead of our energy, the energy that we have is going to push us and do things so that we can do things more smoothly. But the question is that how do we get this energy? Where does it come from? And if you realize that the energy comes from a few places, and one of the major places where it comes from is from our mindset. The way we think of things, the way we look at things, the way we perceive it. So, for example, if we're going to think that right now we are dealing with anxiety and we're stuck in this situation, if we're going to think that there is no hope, that we're going to be stuck like this for the rest of our lives, what's going to motivate us to change? If somebody thinks a certain way and believes a certain thing about themselves, what's going to motivate them to actually change and to see something new? Because in their mind, hey, this is the way it is. This is the way it always has been. And this is the way it's going to be. I don't see any other way because I have tried, which makes sense. It definitely does make sense. But something we need to ask ourselves is that who says that the past means that means it's going to happen the same thing in the future? Just because it rained for the past week doesn't mean the sun is not going to come out tomorrow. That doesn't mean anything. Just because things have happened in the past doesn't mean it's going to happen again in the future. We're just predicting that, and we're going to be stuck in that loop because of our belief. And that's going to take away energy. So now whenever we are struggling with anxiety, right, what's going to happen is that, hey, you know what? I've been dealing with this already for quite some time, for a few years, even for a few months. I'm not going to be able to overcome this. This is too much. I've tried things and nothing is actually helping me, and it's too much, and I'm never going to be able to overcome this. This is too hard. And I definitely understand that, and I've been in that position before. I have actually been in that position before where I believe that, hey, I'm never going to be able to overcome this. It's impossible. I'm going to be stuck like this for the rest of my life, and there is no hope. I remember it came to the point where I wanted to take medication because I thought that's the solution. Thankfully, my brother talked me out of it, and I didn't take the meds. And I was able to overcome it and not be able to deal with the side effects and the withdrawals or anything like that, which I'm very, very grateful to him. But again, if we realize the mindset, how crucial it is in this situation of not thinking hey, you know what, I'm going to be stuck like this for the rest of my life. Why do we say that? Because we have seen in the past, hey, you know, it's been happening every single day. It hasn't been getting better. And some days, yeah, I do feel better than others, but there's some days that, you know what, nothing's happening. But the thing is that that's the way it's going to work. It took me 3 years to overcome my anxiety. And in those 3 years, I had a lot of ups and downs. And those times when I felt down, I was there with you and thinking that I'm never going to be able to overcome this. But I had to say to myself, no, don't think that way. What does it help you with? Does it help you to overcome your anxiety? It doesn't. So why do we think that way? We need to change that perspective. And that's going to help us to give us energy. Another thing is like me very important is that our foods that we eat, the foods that we eat can also make us feel low energy. Like you ever eat something heavy and you get into this food coma? Like you don't have energy in doing anything. But whenever we eat healthier, less sugar, less caffeine, and less carbs and all these other things, we're going to have more energy to do things. That's the good thing. We're going to have more energy to be able to get things done. So it is important what we eat. As well, the sleep that we get. I know a lot of us, we struggle with sleep. This is something that I used to struggle with, that we cannot sleep. And even when we do sleep, we wake up as if we haven't slept. We wake up as if we have been awake the entire night, and we wake up like, whoa, I need to go back to bed. I have no energy. I remember those times whenever I used to wake up, I'm like, whoa, okay, I felt like I didn't sleep. Like, what happened? And I was like in between sleep and awake, it felt like. So every time I wake up in the morning, whenever I was able to sleep, I still had no energy. So we need to have a good night's sleep. And I talked about it in one of the episodes on how to get a good night's sleep, because it is very important so that we can wake up with energy. And one of the ways that we can do it is not to go on our phones before we go to bed, taking a hot shower, make sure the room is cool, make sure the room is dark. Again, if some people have a hard time with the dark, you don't have to make it that way because it's going to increase your anxiety. So we want to do things that are not going to increase our anxiety. I also said that Calmly CBD really, really does help to have you a great night's sleep. People that I have actually I've been launched this about a week and a half ago, and the people that I actually bought it have told me, like, Emmanuel, my sleep is so much better, and even my anxiety has also improved. And they wake up with energy because they're able to sleep through the entire night and wake up refreshed and wake up with energy. And that's what we need. It is so important. It is so important to wake up also with energy. And I know that it's hard to do, but again, we need to do certain things in order for us to get that good night's sleep, because so far, whatever we have done hasn't helped. So we should take a hot shower before going to bed, not to be on our phone, not to drink sugar or anything like eat sugar or drink sugar before we go to bed. We want to be in a nice, cool, dark room. Again, if that's what causes you anxiety, then do something that doesn't. Take the Calmly CBD before going to bed, 15 to 10 minutes before going to bed. Breathing exercise whenever you are in bed. You're in a sense to be able to fall asleep instantly and wake up refreshed. Your body and mind is going to thank you, and you're going to thank yourself whenever you wake up with energy. So our mindset is very important in not thinking that we're stuck like this for the rest of our lives, that we're thinking that it is actually possible, regardless if we see it otherwise, regardless of what has happened to us in the past. It doesn't mean that you can't overcome it. And this is speaking from somebody that has overcome anxiety and has helped others overcome their anxiety. So it's definitely possible. We have to be more hopeful in order for us to get that energy. Now, I understand that sometimes, again, we're going to have those ups and downs. And that's perfectly normal. Another thing is to eat healthier. Try to eat healthier. And I'm not saying not to be an extremist right now and not to enjoy yourself, because I know some things do taste good. But try out of 3 meals, eat 2 of them healthy, or eat at least 1 of them healthy, so that we can start feeling much better, so that we can actually have energy. And the third thing is to have a good night's sleep. Good night's sleep is very, very important. And that's something that we do need. And that's something that's going to help us throughout the day. Like, my wife gave birth recently, and my daughter, she wakes up in the middle of the night to eat. Our sleep is completely different than before she was born, because then we were able to sleep the entire night. But now you're waking up in the middle of the night, and then you're going back to sleep. It's not the same. And also, I remember not sleeping whenever I had anxiety, how I used to operate. My anxiety would be much higher. My anxiety would increase because your body is not resting. You're not letting your parasympathetic nervous system to activate. And that only happens whenever we're resting, to be able to reheal our body so that we can stop feeling the certain symptoms. So these are things that we want to implement. These 3 things we want to implement in order for us to get more energy, so that we can deal and overcome and heal our anxiety. If you are looking for a natural remedy in order to help you to deal with your anxiety and help you on your journey to overcome it, I created Calmly CBD, where it specifically helps you to calm down your anxiety and panic attacks. And as well, it doesn't make you feel drowsy. It doesn't make you feel sleepy. And it helps you to just feel calm so you can actually do things throughout the day like work, drive, go out, and do whatever you like in a more calmer state of mind. As well as not addictive or has any side effects or any withdrawals, which this way can actually help you to heal your anxiety and get you to the destination in overcoming your anxiety much quicker. You can click the link that's in the description. It would say Calmly CBD to place your order today. And then right now it's on sale for a limited time where you can buy one and get the second one free. If you did like this episode, please click the like button and leave a 5-star review. The reason why I ask is because this way we're able to reach more people, and the more people that we can actually reach, the more people that we can actually help. Because my mission in this world, my purpose is to help people to overcome and heal their anxiety naturally and show them that it's possible to overcome. Thank you guys, take care, and I'll see you guys in the next episode.